Welcome, everyone, to the Pro Baseball Central podcast. This is Joe McDonald, the publisher of New York Sports Day, and I'm joined after Game 3 of the ALDS, where the Red Sox took it to the Yankees 16-1. I have Howie Karpin and his son Jake Karpin here to discuss the game. Gentlemen, how are you?
I'm doing good.
You're good. So, Yankees just took it on the chin tonight.
Yeah, well, I'd have to call this one of the most embarrassing nights in franchise history. I mean, this is even worse than 04 Game 7. I mean, the Yankees were totally out of this game. The crowd was alive in the beginning. The Red Sox did the job, got the crowd out of the game, got the lead. Basically, it was over from there.
Yeah, there were a lot of bad signs. Just seemed like that whole thing with Severino not really being ready to start the game, and then the manager kind of seeming like he wasn't really sure what he wanted to do with which guy he wanted to bring in. He brought in Lance Lynn when maybe he should have had Lance Lynn start an inning maybe instead of bringing it in with the guys on. There weren't really good signs right from the beginning.
Yeah, that Severino story, he denied it in the post game. He said he goes out there and he doesn't warm up. He warms up about 10 minutes before a game. Now, to be honest with you, I saw him go out there about 30 to 35 minutes before the game started. The crowd reacted to him, and I don't know where they got that story. I mean, he looked okay in the first inning. If he didn't warm up, it would have been in the first inning, much less than the second.
I don't know if you were down there for Rothschild. He basically said the exact same thing. It happened in the second and the third inning. If it was the first inning, he looked fine.
Right.
So
he did seem like he was leaving some stuff up in the first
well,
inning.
he didn't have command, but if he wasn't warmed up, he would have got smacked around in the first inning, and it came in the second.
And if he wasn't warmed up, he still had the velocity.
Right.
So
and he would have walked the ballpark. Maybe his command would have been terrible.
Right, his command would have been terrible. So honestly, I don't think there's anything really to that story. You can criticize Boone all you want. I don't care who they brought in. They were going to get smacked around tonight. The Red Sox came in as a desperate team. They knew that they had to have this game because if they had any chance of winning this series, because if they lost tonight, they probably didn't go back to Boston. So
you're probably right, but I mean he messed up because we all were watching the game. We all saw he didn't have it. And then he brings in Lynn, who's not a strikeout guy and is not used to really coming in this situation. When he had Chad Green ready to go, Chad Green has done this before.
That's what I was thinking.
Maybe you go to a hard thrower, they get out of the inning, then you bring Lynn in, which is really he messed up there. In that regard.
I mean, you can, but but again,
you're probably right.
It was still down. They were still down 3-4 runs.
Yeah.
So it didn't matter. They didn't score any runs anyway.
Right, but they were down 3. At least the game's still, within reach. And then he let the first 2 guys get on against him. First 3 guys get on against him. If you wanted to start him in the inning, take him out after the first hit. Every hit was hard hit. It was hard contact. Mookie Betts started it right with the first pitch. Nearly drove it out of the ballpark. He definitely didn't have his stuff.
And then the third guy walks on 4 pitches.
Right.
So it was just brutal.
You're probably right. It was that kind of night. The Red Sox, see, what people fail to understand is the Red Sox hit bullpens. The Yankee offense does not hit bullpens. It's great when it's hitting the homers, but the Red Sox don't need homers to score.
Right.
Obviously, they didn't get one at the end of the game.
Right, they didn't get one.
Right.
And they nickel and dimed them all night, basically.
Because they sustained the rallies with their offense.
Right, and that's the thing. They didn't really have one, and really, I don't count the ones that happened at the end of the game. You brought Austin Romine in, which I think was a little bit of a disgrace. I mean, I understand that tomorrow you don't want to burn anybody else in your bullpen. It's going to be all hands on deck, but it's just bad optics.
Yeah, it added to the embarrassment.
It was demoralizing because then Brock Holt hits the home run, and suddenly it's this big story that he's got a cycle now. So
it was the cherry on the top of the embarrassment of the night.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, and tomorrow you have all hands on deck now. CC Sabathia starts. We'll see if this could be the final start of his career.
Could be,
and I'm sure the Yankees want to save face and at least get it to a 5th game. They don't want the Red Sox to celebrate again on the Yankee field for the second time in 3 weeks. They want to avoid that, indignity. So,
and I think TBS and MLB all want to get into the 5th game.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
And what is it? The last 2, in 03 and 04, they went to 7 games.
We'd be remiss if we didn't discuss Angel Hernandez tonight. Right. He had an awful game at first base.
Oh, yeah.
What were there, 4 replays, 3 were overturned?
Right,
Some of those were
not a good day.
Blatant, too. They were blatantly...
Tomorrow he's going to be behind the plate.
Well, yeah, I know. I don't understand why this guy still has a job.
Right.
And then, but understand, and if you're a Yankee fan and you're listening to this, and we appreciate it, remember, the Yankees won Game 3 to go up 3-0 in 04, 19-8. They smacked the Red Sox out, and guess what happened? So,
except this Red Sox team won't take their foot off the gas like that Yankee team did.
Yeah, but we'll see. Anything could happen. I mean, Yankees win tomorrow. Remember, they sleepwalked through the first game and came out with a split. And they sleepwalk tomorrow, or take it, again, this is a team that hasn't won. And they take it, they come in and they don't come in with a kill for the Yankees.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
The Yankees win, we're looking at a Game 5, and anything could happen there.
Anything could happen, but I find it hard to believe that the Yankees are going to win 2 straight games in this series. The Red Sox have had a team that has won 2 out of every 3 games for the entire year. So it's a really difficult chore for the Yankees, especially the way the flaws showed up tonight.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry about that. This is Joe McDonald with the Karpin father and son tandem of Howie and Jake, and this is the Pro Baseball Central podcast. We will be back tomorrow before the game and after the game, and if there's a Game 5, we'll be doing that again too. So take care and have a good evening.
Have a good one.